Something that's really interesting to me is trauma-informed care and safety around trauma. And I would love to open up this conversation with like-minded individuals, practitioners, psychologists, counselors, people who've been through their own trauma, what your thoughts and beliefs are and views are on safety in the body first, as opposed to safety in another. I know from my personal experience, when I have opened up and shared my trauma with others, it's created a lot of movement for me in my own processes. But what's interesting is that it wasn't until I accepted and I sat with my own shame and I sat with my own feelings around my trauma and accepted my trauma myself that it really moved me into the next stage of embodiment, where I could truly let go. And it's something that I play around with a lot, this concept of self and others and in relation, because I do believe that as human beings, that's part of who we are, is we're hardwired for connection. But I also see the other side of the coin too, where we live in this society where we give so much of our power away to others, and we look to others for validation, and we look to others for acknowledgement. And while I believe in there's always two sides of the same coin, I'd like to just open up the conversation around, what has worked best for you individually, or what you have seen as a practitioner has worked best for your clients. Because I really, my belief system is that we all have the power within us to heal and to change and embody and create the life of our dreams. And I don't know whether it's like a societal shift or a genuine framework or solution or, formula to healing is this putting your energy into somebody else, putting your trust into somebody else, putting your trauma essentially and your pain and your suffering, giving that to somebody else to hold for you. While I do believe it is a beautiful and an important part of healing to be seen, to be witnessed, to be heard, to be held, just like it's important for a child to have that safety. Are we a society that is giving away our power too much and using those containers of safety, using trauma care as a way to bypass our own emotions and our own feelings and our own shame? And I reflect on that through my own processes, like I do with everything, because I've been lucky enough to have both in terms of safety in my relationships with people along the way who I adore and cherish and love, and I'm eternally grateful for, because without that I wouldn't have had that relational connection. But in terms of my own healing personally and my own development, self-development, self-mastery, self-awareness, it wasn't until I sat with my own trauma and came to terms with it myself that I could truly shift it. And yeah, I would just really like to open up that conversation and see what the experts have to say about it, but also people who have the lived experience, because that's what I have. I have my lived experience, and I am really curious to what everybody else thinks and feels and believes, and the perspectives on it, because the more perspective we have, obviously the more information we know and the more we can learn and grow, and that is what we are here to do. Thanks, guys.